Welcome back. We're going to reflect with cards and figure out where it is that we are going. What's next? But also, more importantly, what is right now? What is right now? How is right now? Excuse me. At the crossing. Just like the question, what is right now? Sister of Fire and the Two of Fire. It's time to find inspiration and make a decision. What great work is this inspiration inspiring? Is this inspiration inspiration, holding the vision. You're seeking an inspiration for something. It's like you're really trying to resurrect yourself alongside whatever this thing is. Whoa. Magician. Something was Mother of Water in the ambient energy. And the High Priestess. Mother of Fire with the resurrection and the zenith, the 9 of earth, and the Father of Fire. Like polarities, the polarities of your fire element nature. Using the magic of your fire duality to, it's like to warm up the waters of your own faith. Getting it boiling? Does it need to be a boil? Or does it need to be at temperature? Maybe the fuel for this fire is in recognizing the core pain of a struggle connected to a base chakra sense, such as fear. which may feel like you holding yourself back for something, either of wind. Really making an effort to really examine yourself. It's like looking down at your own pool from a bird's eye view. From up there, the waters may seem still. You're not in the turbulence. Steady fire on these, Faith. What are you cooking? Cooking yourself? Rainbow mirror. I got a message before jumping into this. I was sitting outside and I got a little message about Faith is like smelling waffles in the wind. Like the smell of freshly made waffles. The chariot. What's this devil about? The devil is constantly worrying about and reminding you about not having enough money, the fear of not having enough resources to do the thing you want to do. The Two of Water, sacred chord. You can't ignore this connection you have with your own faith. The devil energy may test your strength. That's what it does best, in a way. The way of the cross, 10 of wind. The wrong smells in the wind. If you visualize the stream of thoughts less about, well, I don't know about what about less of, but if you visualize it like wind, and different thoughts are different smells in the wind. Does that help you in more objectively deciphering them? Does that help? Many tongues, 7 of wind. That's why it's important to ask, because there's a lot of different smells. And there are some smells underlying other smells. Interesting collective symbology right there. I didn't plan for that. Father of Wind and the Fool. The Emperor. Convergence, Father of Water, Sister of Earth. Surfing in the wind. Surfing in the wind. Okay. So as you operate yourself by this thought, allow yourself to fly, which means allowing yourself to be present. With the smells and the stories that do start barking. Knight of Pentacles. Again, this is faith through the wind. So the fear is suggesting that you're wasting resources, you don't know what you're doing. Where's the justice? How is it justified? Healing? Moving on from failure and losses? Hardships. It is an intentional effort. You really think it's fair to question whether or not it's ever worth your time to reclaim your happiness, to reclaim like the contentment with life? Reclaiming the experience of stability. So, how does this discovery how does it really serve? How will its affect someone will think you're doing it for different means, so they will try to undo it, and they will think they were in the right to do it when they think patience for the ideal. Who's thinking what? Negotiating whether you're going too fast out of impulse versus the more wise steps of principle. If you're starting something new and innovative, I'm remembering that people have relationships with their art, and it can be just as important as a relationship with any other person or creature. Art kind of is alive as an extension of life. It shows differently. It's like the life is transcribed into its creation. Either like directly, clearly, or in its underlying structures that are more difficult to see and probably still reflect the person in a way. If it's, well, I'm thinking of the difference between art made because, I don't know, I mean, to me, a lot of times it's kind of impulsive and inspired. It's always different, but like making art for art's sake versus making a product, like designing an ad or a logo. Maybe you can still get pretty like awesomely creative in making logos, and I hope you do, but like, you know what I mean? The making a product versus making art, that might not show the truth of its creator as much, if at all, because it's made by a box frame of thinking. Not to say it's particularly bad. I'm not really sure where this train of thought is going. If you think I have a point to make, I don't. I do sometimes, but really, as the facilitator, my point is to communicate the thought. Accurately. Part of the devil energy I am dealing with also. Verbal disabilities. CPTSD has an odd way of affecting the way people communicate. Not to say as a woe is me, but it's just reality. Okay, what's this? The great work. What we talked on earlier. Sister of Wind. Yeah. Cause and effect. Now, who is this from? Is it a suspicion, or is it yourself conjuring the suspicion? Your interference is not an ongoing attack from the outside. It was once seeded from the outside, and from within, it's like a little computer virus, for it, as an analogy, or glitch. Sometimes it really is not so much of an intentionally created virus, but a glitch that, as an anomaly, distorts your open channel. So how do you comb out those kinks? How do you find those glitches inside of you? Mental projection of fear. Yeah. What is it saying? What fear does the glitch suggest? Take your time to recognize it and to see it for what it is. Looking directly at the struggle. Good. From 5 to 9 pentacles. Oh, Mother of Water over the 5. Okay, Father of Water, you're looking and acknowledging these fear projections, these worries, these glitches. And as you do that, the other side of your water element softening the Five of Pentacle worry, this lack mindset, which can make you feel like you are never ready because you never have enough. It's like a distortion of possibility from the glitch. But the acknowledgement is like tuning your energetic power shield to deflect it so that it does not cage you. So it does not squander the beauty of your real harmonic soul structure. Just you know? Like if you imagined a person, but the human body itself was invisible, and instead you could see somehow like the energetic structure, you'd probably like beyond the visual spectrum, like I don't know how many octaves above and below it takes to see the full thing, or at least enough to decipher. Do you visualize what I'm trying to describe? Like I'm seeing this at the center of it. It would also have like a toroidal field, but in the center of that cleansing this sphere will make it, it's like returning to a state of appreciating your own life. Healthy self-love. Tending to your inner garden. Acknowledge spheres. Combing them out, like combing out the knots, so that the stream of love can flow throughout your body, not just physically, but spiritually. And emotionally. Working with yourself along the wheel. I hope that helps.